UNC guard Coby White, perhaps the fastest rising prospect on the board, had a private workout with the Knicks at the team's facility today. League sources tell ESPN Knicks have been locked on RJ Barrett at number 3, but summoned White after Darius Garland's workout yesterday. Obviously, our Adrian Wojnarowski just tweeting this. Thoughts on this, Max Kellerman?
I thought Coby White would be the Lakers pick before Stephen A. reported, because you actually had information. When I surveyed the landscape, I thought White is one of those guys that checks a lot of boxes, and that I was surprised more wasn't being said about. And I'm unsurprised now that more is being said about Coby White.
Coby White is a really, really good player who I believe is worthy of a top 10 pick, probably a little bit higher. I have questions about his ball handling skills, dribbles the ball too high. I think at times he's been turnover prone. I watched him play a lot last year. I like him a lot. But would I take him above RJ Barrett?
I would not.
No.
But I might take him fourth.
But you know what? Yeah, I might, because as much as I like Darius Garland and as much as I hear people raving about him, the fact that he only played in 5 games, that's why I kept asking him about that durability question. No. To me, that's legit. Coby White is tougher. He's more durable.
He's tall, too. Like, here's the thing about Coby White. You say like you question his ball handling as a 1. But as a 2, he's got great handles.
Yeah, but you know what? He's not a shooter. He's a scorer.
But he can shoot. Like,
he can,
here's the thing about Coby. This is what I like about him.
Okay.
Coby White is a combo backcourt player. He kind of fits in any backcourt. He fits next to any player. I was surprised that more wasn't being said about him. I think maybe you look at him and some people wonder, what's his upside? Does he have, like, amazing upside? But to me, he's whether or not he's pro-ready, he has the game that will translate well and be complementary next to a lot of different guys, whether at the 1 or the 2.
So does this mean they're not sold on Barrett?
Well, to me, that's exactly what it means. Yeah. That's not to say they're not going to take him, but it means that people are in the ballpark, that they're measurables, that, you know, how you equate their skill set to his, it's in the same ballpark. And again, Coby White has hit big shots. He's made big-time points. He dropped 34 against Syracuse, dropped another 28 against Clemson. I saw both of those games. I saw him in a win over Duke where he dropped 21 points. Listen, he's got skills, there's no question, and heart, and he's a bigger body.
Yep.
But he just seems to be a little bit more erratic, and that's something that you can zone in on and correct. Don't get me wrong.
He doesn't give you the sense like the ball's on a string like some of the other guys do.
He's not.
But he's 6'5".
He doesn't appear as polished, but again, got the same height as about RJ Barrett. You know, can ball, averaged about 16 a game, had some big games for North Carolina. There's a couple of games during the NCAA tournament I would like to have seen him perform better. But in the end, I'd be surprised if the New York Knicks took him, but I wouldn't be appalled by the pick because he can play.
Yeah, I would be very surprised. Like, to me, that's what I mean about RJ Barrett.
Yeah.
And maybe this argues against the idea that he's underrated. Everyone has the same 3 and the same 3 in order. And then you have conversation after that. That tells you something. Like the wisdom of crowds. Everyone's seen all these players, and it's like, okay, Zion's going 1, Ja's going 2, Barrett's going 3, then let's have a conversation.
3 of the last 4 games he played in the NCAA tournament, he shot 28% or worse. I'm paying attention to that.
Okay.
What do you do when it matters? I'm paying attention.
Yep.
If the Knicks don't land anybody, like a Kevin Durant or a Kyrie Irving, say my plan doesn't work out and Kevin doesn't decide to come, which he should, to the Mecca right here and play.
In Brooklyn? Barclays?
No. If he
That's where he should go. Kevin Durant's smart. He knows what to do.
I would be fine if he went to the Nets, but the number 1 choice would obviously be the Garden, the Mecca, the iconic franchise that you've rooted for as a child.
You know what I rooted for as a child?
Yeah.
Because
stay focused.
We used to wait online. Remember this, Stephen A? You had to wait online all night. You had to stay on a Blockbuster, like literally lining around the block for playoff tickets. My brother and me, sitting up in the nosebleeds. You know why? To watch Charles Oakley dive on the hardwood for loose balls, the heart and soul of the team.
He got taken
Not
out in
Jim Dolan, who kicked Charles Oakley out of Madison Square Garden. People like Kevin Durant have to be watching stuff like that.
Stay focused. Should the Knicks build around RJ Barrett?
Yes. If they first of all, if they don't get KD, if you can get KD and Kyrie, all bets are off, right? If not, yes, RJ Barrett, Kevin Knox, that's a nice nucleus to start building around. You know what would be great? Who'd be great with that? A guy like, I don't know, Kristaps Porzingis. Boy, that would be a nice nucleus to build around.
Way to live in the past. Those days are over. He's gone.
But they traded him for a bag of shells. I mean, like, you know, he was only a 7'3" unicorn, shoot from the outside, defend, face up on a rookie deal. Whose fault is that?
That ain't just Dolan.
That's Kristaps' fault?
No, I'm saying that's not just Dolan. It's all of them. It's him, it's Mills, it's Porzingis, it's all of them. I'm not letting anybody off the hook with that.
If I have Kristaps Porzingis and I owned a team, trust, he would not want out by the end of his rookie deal. I promise you. Well, if you had Kristaps Porzingis on your team, would he be asking out after his rookie deal?
I don't think, which is why I'm not letting anybody off the hook. But I will tell you this:
a lot of people like that move.
When you walk into the Knicks office and you say to them that you're going to opt in and then you'll leave as a free agent, and by the way, you'll spend the next year advertising that you're going to leave, so no free agent will want to come work here. You have no choice under those circumstances but to get rid of him.
Oh yeah, and I don't blame the current regime for the trade. I blame Dolan. It's squarely on Dolan. He's the constant, and he's the guy who obviously poisoned the well for Kristaps Porzingis.
And that's
not the new guys.
When they're there in the finals, Stephen A. and I will be courtside, and you'll be back in the nosebleeds again, just like you were when you were a kid.
The finals. What are the finals? Wait, which
us.
finals?
You know, finals, NBA finals.
Who?
2 years from now, the Knicks.
The Knicks?
Yeah.
The NBA finals.
Stop looking at me.